Your girl Frankie, baby, fantastic. Come on in the room, y'all. We're gonna make sure we got all the channels streaming. Yeah, we're gonna test my mic. Distracting. Get on in the room. Come in there. It's your girl Frankie. I should be live in a few places. Just checking the sound. Yes. Tap in and let me know where you watching from. Which Facebook, which YouTube, or you watching from the network? What it do? Just doing a little check, y'all. Oh yeah, we in there. All right, we on the network. We popping on all stations. Well, most of the stations here. It's your girl Frankie, baby, fantastic. What's up, family? Yes. I'm on the controls here too. Got a little music in the background. Listen, I ain't gonna hold you because you know I'll start spitting a 1-2 on you. You feel me? Shout out to Carl 73 Live. Shout out to Yuck Mouth. Shout out to High Life. Shout out to everybody who has something to do with that track and that music right there. So just to let you know what's up for the day. Listen, I decided to go live. I am going to talk to you about a few things. If you stay around, I have something. I don't know if you had this problem with the licensing in the music. When you share music from YouTube to Facebook or whatever, you getting strikes or saying, hey, you don't have the right to this music. And I'm like, oh, yo, it's your music. What the hell, right? I'm going to talk a little bit about that, something I learned. But today, you see, the topic is conditioned. Are you really awake or just following the script? Okay, we're gonna talk about that today. So stick around, y'all. I appreciate y'all tapping in. Like I said, let me know where you at. I'm getting these lives back up. It's your girl Frankie, baby, fantastic. I'll be right back.
Better get low.
Baby, fantastic.
Lights, camera, rolling, action.
你好臭咩？好臭冇 fucking 用㗎，出嚟行落細力講單位。
What's up, fams? Dang, I ain't talking a minute. It's your girl Frankie, baby, fantastic. So, like I said, conditioning. So everybody say, you know, they're awake now. Let me give myself a disclaimer. This is a live show, so I was going to do some pre-recording, but like I said, I got to start building up the live again. It's been a minute, all right? So if you see me drifting off, I'm just checking some of my notes, all right? All right, thank you. But everybody says that they're awake, right? Everybody says that they can see through the system. Everybody say they're not being controlled. But if that's true, why do we spend so much time chasing celebrity gossip, arguing over politics, obsessed with over sports, gambling, reality TV, social media trends, and endless distractions in front of us every day? So my question is, are we controlled? I mean, why is this in our face, and why do we fall for it every time? In this powerful live discussion, we will take a hard look at the modern culture and ask the uncomfortable questions. Okay. And trust me, they will be uncomfortable, because I have to check myself sometimes and ask it, So number one for the questions would be, are we thinking for ourselves? All right. Think about that for a second. I'm not going to be long, y'all. So, if you do decide to come in, if you come in later or catching the replay, you can still chime in. I'll check these things, and I'm going to build off these lives as well. So I check all interaction. I appreciate all interaction too. So are we thinking for ourselves? That's number one. All right. These are the questions I'm asking you. All right. Are we addicted to distractions? I mean, sometimes I know I get up and I do reach for that damn phone. Facebook, that's where all the aunties and uncles at, right? So that's where I'm mostly, on Facebook. And again, I reach for that phone, and I gotta check myself every time. I don't want that to be the first thing I reach for when I'm starting my day. You know what I'm saying? And I'm get up early. So every day I have to regroup and fight that battle. So I ask, are we addicted to the distraction? In that way, I felt like I was becoming addicted to it. All right. Ask yourself these questions too, y'all. Is our attention being manipulated? Possibility, right? I mean, we know who's controlling this stuff, right? Well, we don't know who's controlling it, but we know it feels kind of ill, right? Feelings are real, baby. Trust and believe. Feelings are real. So you have to pay attention to that. Is our attention being manipulated? I said that. Are we addicted to these distractions? I'm sorry. Here we go. Are we consuming more than we're creating? This is a big one. I talk about this all the time. When I tell people, hey, don't just work on that 9 to 5. I mean, if you look at any of my videos, that's pretty much my saying. Don't just work on that 9 to 5. Make sure you put some time in for yourself. Make sure you on your weekend rest up, and don't just rest up, party, and have enough time to go back and do it for them. Everybody has a passion that they had since they were 12 or even younger. And, I try to motivate people to find that. You understand what I'm saying? Because trust me, some of these jobs we work in, we can't pass them down to our children. All right. And then we're on the hook for working these jobs until death. All right. Never, ever exploiting, or not exploiting, but or realizing your own talent. Hell, exploiting your own talent too, because you can do stuff and make your own bread for your own talent and have ownership. But again, we are consuming more than we're creating. When we're tired, we get off that job, we just sitting there, just lucky to have a break, and then we start consuming more and more. Let's see. Are we truly free, or have we simply become comfortable with the programming? Something to think about, y'all. Something to think about. Are we truly free, or are we just comfortable with the blood clot programming? What do you think? I want to hear about it in the chat. I really do. Let me see what else I have on these notes here. All right, this isn't a conversation about political parties, guys. This isn't about judging people for what they enjoy. It's about self-awareness, accountability, and examining the ways we are willingly participating in the very system we claim to oppose. I know I do. I'm always like revolutionary. You know what I'm saying? That's been my thing for a minute. Damn, my hand's ashy. But again, It's a balance, and they have so much control. When I say they, right, you know, I don't know who they are, but I know who they are. You dig what I'm saying? It's like one of those. I gotta get some of those in here. I don't know who they are, but I know who they are, and I know who they're not, and it's not us. So that's why I always pump that independence, y'all. All right. If you have if you know every celebrity scandal, but not your financial situation, if you spend more time watching people succeed than building your own success, ooh, that's a big one right there. Both of those are big, really, because I know people who know all about the Kardashians and all about this stuff. I mean, I know that's all they talk about. Ain't nothing wrong with that if you have a passion. But again, if you know more about celebrity scandals but not your financial situation, if you've ever wondered whether society is being conditioned by entertainment, media, and endless dopamine-driven distractions, then this conversation is for you, okay? This conversation is for you. All right, let's take a quick break. I'll be back, and I'm gonna give you some more thoughts on this here and what I feel about it, y'all. All right, it's your girl Frankie Baby Fantastic. Thank you for joining me. We're streaming on several outlets here, several platforms. So let me know where you're coming from. All right, I'll be right back. Flip Ammo is your trusted source of high-quality ammunition. We're passionate about shooting and offer a wide range of products from bulk ammo to hard-to-find rounds, all at competitive prices. You can choose from local pickup or fast daily shipping. We are the fastest shippers in the industry. We strategically developed our space next to the UPS shipping center and can ship most orders same day till 7 p.m. Our dedicated customer service team is always available for any questions or product recommendations. Experience the passion, expertise, and exceptional service that sets us apart. Flip Ammo, your trusted source for high-quality ammunition.
Creators, comedians, it's time to stop giving your talents away. This is Frankie Baby Fantastic from Fantastic Media Group TV. We now have a pay-per-view channel built for independent creators and comedians. Here you get paid for your talents, not months later, not after exposure. And while your show lives on the pay-per-view, you'll keep getting paid from your audience and our audience too. Stand-ups, roast battles, comedy competitions, one-night specials, original content. Bring your content to Fantastic Media Group. Let's build the event. Let's go pay-per-view and let's get you paid.
Welcome to Fantastic Media Group TV, your premier destination for independent content.
Yes. What's up, folks? I'm back at it. But yeah, we were just talking about just the programming. The programming we volunteer for, technically. All right, that's really how you have to look at it. Nobody has to force feed us distractions anymore. We line up for it, right? I mean, it's kind of a natural thing, but we really do line up for it. We really do line up for it. Celebrity gossip, big one. I mean, it's to a point where that's part of their marketing scheme to have gossip. I spoke about this before. There was some of these, I forget the name of the company. I think it was called Strikers. They call Strikers, not the company, but that's what they call them. When they hire photographers and people, they'll say, hey, Bobby Brown is going to be at the Guitar Center. All right, so we know he's going to be there. I need you to stake out, be out there. That was something like 14 years ago. I know was real heavy out here. And my point in saying that is that the celebrity gossip, now that's part of their program. That's part of their marketing thing. You feel me? They want to be everywhere. And I'm just saying, we line up for it. Even some of I call them red flags, even some of the things that are a little fake, you know what I'm saying, that they do. Reality TV. I need to say more? I mean, that has taken off to a whole like channels now. I mean, networks with that, man. It's crazy. That's why I always say monetize your life. Instead, Facebook is one of the ways you can actually go. What is it? You can monetize, but you have to actually, what is it? You have to request for monetization. So go on your dashboard and look for that, and you get to select, you know, how much you want it to cost. It doesn't matter what you're doing. I mean, that's what it's about. People going to try to, if they rock with you, they're going to rock with you, because there's not too many big people putting money behind programs anymore, or behind creatives too much. They want you to create your own. And if you're on the social media anyway, you might, which probably all of us are in some capacity, you might as well go and monetize one of your pages. I mean, my God, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, just giving it, just because otherwise you're just merely the product, strolling through, doing exactly what they want you to do. Sports obsession. Oh my God, yo, it's like a double whammy with the sports obsession, because now, but they have FanDuel, all these different companies now. When you're like Shannon Sharp show was like that. They had in a corner that they were gambling basically. And on a side note, did we ever think gambling would be legal like this show? I mean, wow, right? They have apps now. I mean, and to think, what is it? Madam Sinclair started that. You feel me? Shout out to Madam Sinclair, melanated Black woman, or Jamaican woman, I think, West Indian, but she was in New York. She was the one started the numbers and things like that, right? So Italians got that from her. I'm just saying, man, now it's a big ass market legally. So every time you're watching Shay, or when I'm just using him as an example, when you're watching a lot of channels, or some of these smaller channels, people are getting those, well, gambling apps or gambling commercials on there, so you can get some money if that's what your taste is. Look into that. I mean, I'm telling people how to get these things. I need to be trying to get it myself, but I'm not interested in the gambling thing, yo. All right, but that's another one. So what they do is they couple it with the sports though. So now you're not just watching the sports show. You get a chance to bet in real time. They're pushing it in our face. Nobody is force feeding us distractions anymore. We are lining up for it. All right. Social media addiction, and kind of covered that a little bit, but again, they make it so quick and easy. Okay, we know they're shortening our attention span. We know, we're all in the know. Well, not all of us, but how does that affect you? So I tell you, what I try to do is use it so it works for me, because it's not going anywhere, people. It's not going anywhere. It's going to be here. And I know, some of you people try to fight it, and you need to learn some of it, because again, I'm not going to say you're going to be lost, but we're in the business of growing, right? So it's important that we try and learn some, especially 50 and up. You know what I'm saying? The older people, us older people, you feel me? We got to really stay up on the new tech, especially when we have a business, or we're dealing any type of thing out here in society, and for the culture, man. All right. The revolution will not be televised. All right. So we have influencer culture. I kind of dig the influencer culture, because I believe everybody's a hero. I believe everybody's fantastic. It's finding that thing inside of you. And one thing I like about the social media, that it's giving us all the lane. I mean, I don't care if you're the best pie maker on this side of Mississippi. Wouldn't nobody know it, because a lot of things are selected when you get to this here Hollywood BS. You feel me? A lot of people are selected, and it's a lot of there's talent. I ain't gonna front, but I'm just saying that there's a lot of politics that goes with that. All right. I'm just saying, with this social media thing now, Mary Jo in Poughkeepsie, New York, could, and COVID taught us this, right? But you could put your camera up and bake your stuff, and you can teach other people something. People watch you for their for because of you, not because somebody force feeds some promotional marketing stuff in their face. So to be on the platform and to be allowing yourself to be seen, I'm all for that. But I would add double down on that and say, if you can monetize, you better monetize. I mean, for real, because we're on a hook for it anyway. So go and get you a little monetization. And, you know, I mean, I ain't saying everything got to be paid for. You got to pay for everything. But, you know, I mean, do you don't? I'm just saying. And viral outrage. Now, I got to admit, I am guilty for this one. I'm so guilty for viral outrage. I'm sorry, folks. I should have put them out here on the thing for y'all so you can see. But here, I'll do this. Man, I am guilty of that one, boy. I tell you. These were the topics right here. I should have put some spaces between them. I could. But that's what it is. Let's say celebrity gossip, reality TV, sports obsession, gambling culture, social media addiction, and the ultimate influence culture and viral outrage. Viral outrage. Man, everybody talk about going viral. Everybody talk about going viral. And you know what I say. If you know what I say, let me hear it in the chat, y'all. If you rocks with me, and you know what I say about that going viral stuff? Hey, listen, everybody like to be viral because it's part of that dopamine, right? Everybody want to get a little high, right? That's what viral is. You get that dopamine hit. If you know what I say, let me hear it in the chat. But I ain't going to hold you long. I'm going to tell you what I say. I say, if you had 1 million people, 1,000 or 10 people, watches, well, let's talk viral. So viral, 500 to 1 million or whatever, right? Going viral, 500,000 people watching your channel, 100,000 people, whatever constitutes viral. And you haven't received 1 penny or $1 from either one of those people, then all you received was a dopamine hit. That's what I say. So, I mean, I'm just telling you that everybody, you know, of course, human nature is we all want to be able to be seen, and that's just nature. We have to work for our balance, right? But we are still obsessed with the viral outrage, the whole viral thing. All right, y'all. I'm gonna take another break. I'll be right back. It's your girl Frankie Baby Fantastic Media Group.
This is 73 Live. Good morning, guys. PSA. When Uber and vitamin water was developed, people didn't believe in it, they didn't invest in it. However, as we know today, Uber and vitamin water is a commodity. Don't make that same mistake with Fantastic Media Group TV. Go out, subscribe now, and support. Thank you. This is 73 Live, PSA.
Welcome to Fantastic Media Group TV, your premier destination for independent content.
Jewish people run Hollywood.
Hollywood is run by Jews.
Lies and deceit. That's why I did this film. More than often, it's the things that are omitted from the story that helps to paint a picture that just isn't true. Because immigrants plunder through America filing patents and stating claim in the name of the Queen. That's why I did this film. However, we have been lied to for so long, I think it's rather important for us to understand how deep the monopoly is, how deep the rabbit hole goes. Images help to shape our reality. And Hollywood has basically achieved a total sovereignty over the world's movies. And that's why they do not teach you this in film school. Now showing at FantasticMGTV.com. Now showing on Fantastic Media Group TV, the People's Network.
All right, folks. All right. So listen, let me ask you a question. We're still on the topic of are we conditioned? All right. Question. If somebody's watched every hour of your day, would they conclude you're building your future or consuming somebody else's? I'm gonna ask you again. Matter of fact, I'll write it down for you. I'll write it down for you. Let me ask you this question. And Let me write it for you here. Question pieced, my guys and gals. If someone watch your, hold on, I can't do a couple things at one time sometimes. All right, so here we go. Question. If someone watched every hour of your day, would they conclude you're building your future, or would they or you're consuming somebody else's? Let me hear it in the chat, y'all. So we're talking about 8 hours of your day. That's crazy. How many hours do they put us on a job? 8 hours. 8 hours. So for some of you people, I got, you got like 85 kids and you probably working too. Shit, 85 kids, you need a business, a job too, and hire them damn kids. But even if you're working let's count. I'm just looking at it like this: 4 of your hours, sometimes within 24 hours. If you're giving the job 8, you better be giving yourself at least 5. That's all I'm saying. How much sleep do you need? I'm just saying. Maybe I'm a little hard on it, but, that's what I think, y'all. Let me know. Let me hear it in the chat. If someone watched every hour of your day, would they conclude you're building your future, or consuming somebody else's? Some of you, as soon as you get off, we're watching other people's stuff, other people live. All right. The dopamine economy. All right. The dopamine economy. What if your attention is the product? That's what I know. I always thought that. You know what I mean? The attention is the product, guys. All right. Why do we know more about celebrities than our neighbors? The person living right next door to you. That's close. The person in the same building as you are. Be on the elevator. You don't even know this joker. You see them all the time, but you don't know nothing about them. But you know more about a celebrity that you don't know. Why do we know the player statistics, basketball statistics, football statistics, but we don't even know our own finances? I don't carry a care to know nobody's basketball statistics. I barely knew mine when I was playing ball. That was never, But there are some people really zealous about this thing. Why do we spend hours watching other people become successful while neglecting our own goals? I'm not just asking. I want to know. Talk to me. Let me hear it in the chat. I can see the chats. You can let me know where you're watching from. But when was the last time you spent 4 hours building something for yourself? Nobody else. This only benefits you. And I'm not talking about a blunt. I'm not talking about building I'm not talking about that. Now compare that to how many hours you spent watching other people win. So if you only spent maybe an hour, 2 hours building something for you, maybe, I don't know, whatever you could be doing in 1 or 2 hours, you could be doing a lot, but you spent 16 hours consuming and watching other people win. That's a harsh, the scale is tipped. The scale is tipped. So that's what we're talking about. Just think about that for a little bit, y'all. That's what you're talking about, man. Let's ask you, are we addicted to the distractions? I mentioned that. So let's talk about it for a minute. The system doesn't need change. It needs entertainment, all right? Can you sit in silence for an hour? I know I can. I know I can. I think, because I do talk to myself. I do. All right. Can you go a day without social media? That shit is hard. That shit is hard. That would be hard. That would be hard. That would be so hard. Let me put the questions up here so you can see what I'm saying here. Can you go a day without social media? I don't know. That's a very, very, very hard one for me. Especially if because we can all say, oh yeah, I do business on social media. I'll be promoting and I'll share. We can all say that shit. But still, we do get distracted and we do go down that rabbit hole at some point, especially when you're in the bathroom. That's when you in there, right? Oh my God. Can you watch a game without betting? Ask your mans that. My man's in them. Ask them. Well, some of you ladies like that. Like I know my homegirl Bridget, she's straight up is a Raiderette. They always at the games. I wonder if she bets. I don't know if she bets. But can you watch a game without betting? I mean, I don't know if we're counting those. I bet you such and such win and you don't put no money down. That's two conversations right there. That's the gambling too. We'll get to that. But yes, can you watch a game without even gambling? Okay, and let's see. Here's another one. Guys. Let's see. Can you stop chasing a viral story? Can you stop chasing the next viral story? I mean, I usually catch stories later anyway. I'll be so focused on what I'm doing, but I know I do go down the rabbit hole as well. Now, some people do it because, again, it's part of what their job. It's part of it brings them, it helps their bottom line, right? And ain't nothing wrong with that. But that's why I say you're better off monetizing your life, because if you just out here doing this junk, just losing time. So much time get wasted, man. And there's short clips we watch now, and we boom, 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 boom. And one day I was looking at you see how much I share on Facebook. One day I was looking, and it was so damn many pages. I mean, so many shares I did, not counting the stuff I didn't share, But yeah, think about this now. Be honest with yourself. You can fool us, but you can't fool yourself. Maybe the freedom isn't doing what you want. Maybe freedom isn't doing what you want. Maybe freedom is being able to stop. Now that's cold peace right there. Maybe freedom is being able to stop. I'll tell you what I do as well. I also do time when I do a lot of sharing and stuff like that. It's usually when everything is done and I'm laying down and I'm doing nothing, like I'm about to rest for the day, which I don't like doing because I don't want to end my night with that blue light and all that in my head. So that's one of the things that I'm working on with this. So I want everybody watching to be honest when you do answer these questions, at least to yourself. You can say what you want, but try to be honest for real. How many hours this week did you spend consuming? I don't know if you've tracked it in the past, but try to track it one day. Start with a day. Just try and track it. How many hours did you spend creating? Try and track it. Don't answer me. Answer yourself. If you want to share it in the chat, I want to hear it. But again, I'll tell you what helped me, and it's giving yourself some time, a schedule, like giving yourself some time to be on there, allotted time. Just like you have lunchtime, you can have some old post time, or you could have some, I'm gonna watch a little bit of this here Instagram time. and put an alarm. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's just going the extra mile. And that's what being fantastic is all about, y'all. I know that was cheesy, but I'm keeping it 100 with you. All right. Let me take another break, y'all. I'll be right back. And don't forget, stick around. I'm gonna talk to you about the audio on your post in Instagram and Facebook that you share that keeps getting flagged. All right. Yeah, you know I'm talking about myself too. But I'll be right back and we'll get into that. All right. It's your girl Frankie Baby. Fantastic. Hey, what's up, family? It's your girl, Frankie Baby Fantastic. Are you subscribed to Fantastic Media Group? Oh, yeah, the People's Network. Here's the link right here. Subscribe. We need to grow this thing together. Are you on social media? Are you on YouTube and not getting paid yet? Yeah. Well, won't you come on over to Fantastic Media Group? You can still grow your channel on YouTube, but Fantastic Media Group, get paid right away for your content, get seen, production support for your product, services, or business. Fantastic Media Group. Oh, the People's Network. Fantastic Media Group, the People's Network. Did I tell you about Fantastic Media Group, the People's Network? They even got headbands, the People's Network. You heard me. Everybody has something to say about Donald Trump. He's rude, he's selfish, he doesn't care about people, he takes advantage of people, he doesn't pay his debts, he's a bully, he's arrogant, he's dishonest. Fine. Now let me ask you something. Who haven't you paid back? Who have you used when it benefited you? Who have you ignored because they couldn't do anything for you? Who have you judged without knowing their true story? Tonight isn't about Trump. Tonight, it's about the Trump in you. And if that statement made you feel uncomfortable, don't leave. This conversation's for you.
Welcome to Fantastic Media Group TV, your premier destination for independent content. Welcome to Fantastic Media Group TV, your premier destination for independent content.
Yeah, I know I ain't got to play this thing after everyone, but you gonna get it in your head one way or another, right? No, but they are standalone videos as well, guys. So, but again, man, listen, I hope you are really taking into account of what we're saying here. All right. So again, we're talking about conditioning. Are we conditioned? Are we consuming more than we're creating, right? All right, the greatest trick isn't convincing people they're asleep. The greatest trick is convincing people that they're awake while they're still following instructions. Let me say it again. The greatest trick isn't convincing people that they're asleep. The greatest trick is convincing people they're awake while they are still following instructions. All right. Maybe the question isn't whether society is programmed. Maybe the question is whether you're willing to disconnect long enough to find out who you are without the programming. That's what we're dealing with. I'll say it again. Maybe the question isn't whether I'm sorry, I didn't mess the question up. Maybe the question isn't whether you're willing to maybe the question is whether you're willing to disconnect long enough to put the devices down, right? To find out who you are without the programming. Some of us have never ever done it, especially the new generation. Some of these kids grew up on these devices. I think my generation is one of the best generations, by the way. But we had the luxury of seeing tube TVs in our hands. Some people have never seen a tube TV. All right. So, all right. But if you're tired of being distracted and ready to have more deeper conversations about the culture, independence, self-awareness, and accountability, please follow Fantastic Media Group, guys. We're not here to entertain your comfort zone. We are here to challenge it. Okay. That's really what this show is about. today, and I did say I was going to give you some of the what I found out about those reels, right? Yes, let me give you that. Let me give you that. All right, let me give you that. So you guys know. So I'm gonna just read it to you like I've been reading the show. Right. How long I've been live? A minute. I don't want to keep y'all too long. That's another thing. I need to start checking my time on this thing, because I know I'll be going, which I have no problems doing. But okay, so it says just because a platform offers music. Now I'm talking about this. What I'm talking about is when you upload something to Instagram, Facebook, and you know how you can share it because that's meta, right? And you put your music on there, and then it'll go over to Facebook or vice versa. You can share it to both. Well, that's what we're discussing. Sometimes you might get a alert or a strike that you cannot. Your music has been muted, or it's sharing revenue. Now, this is especially for the people who are monetized on Facebook. All right. The monetization on Instagram is a little different. I'm not really that familiar with it, but I spend my time on Facebook mostly, like I said, because the aunties and the unks are there, and those tend to be the people with money. Instagram tend to be the people who fake it till they make it, the quick, fast shit. I'm on both of them though, but I'm just speaking about Facebook. And you can monetize on Facebook with just by requesting monetization. Then you're not jumping through no hoops. You have to have this and have to have that. So this is particularly for that reason. So just because a platform offers music in its library doesn't mean you automatically have the right to use that music everywhere or for every type of content. Now, I'm imagining most of the content, I have it a monetized button. It's selected like as default. But when I put songs up, say I put the Gap Band. That's right. I said the Gap Band. Shit. So say I put the Gap Band up, and I'll upload it to Facebook, and they'll send it to YouTube. But then YouTube cuts me off. You feel me? So I'm going to tell you some more here about that and why that happens. When Instagram offers you a song inside Reels, the license is often limited to use within Instagram. Create certain territories. We know that certain types of profiles. So we're talking about personal versus business. All right. Certain uses sharing. Social sharing, not commercial advertising. Certain uses, social sharing, not for commercial advertising. Now, I may have that problem there because I have several channels. And some of my channels, one is personal, and some of them are promotional advertising channels, and where it's connected to the business. So I'm learning as we go along. I decided to read it with y'all. But so if you get in the song on Instagram, we know what you have to use it in Instagram if you don't want to run into those cross promotion roadblocks. And then you want to be able to you want to use it within Instagram, and then you want to make sure that you're not on your business channel where you're promoting your handy dandy Fantastic Media Group sticker and you got Ice-T music playing behind you. I don't know why I said Ice-T, but I think he has an album coming out, and it's going to be on his website. Ice-T don't play that. Brain like mine, you get the money from the people, but when you talk about your product, your stuff, why would get them involved? Build your own website, sell it direct to the people. I digress. But anyway, so I'm selling this, and then I got his music playing. I ain't paid this man for that, so they'll cut it. But if I'm putting his music behind me on a reel and it's just sharing, I'm not selling or promoting anything, then on my personal channel, not tied to a business, then that's a go. Okay. So when you're sharing and you're cross promoting, they're not going to figure it out for you. So you have to figure out how the best way to do that. If you create a reel using his Instagram's music library and keep it on Instagram, you are generally covered by Instagram licensing fee. Now let's talk about Facebook. Facebook and Instagram are both owned by Meta platforms, but their music licensings are not always identical. I'm gonna say that again. Facebook and Instagram are both owned by Meta platforms, but their music licensings are not always identical. A song that is allowed on Instagram may be restricted on Facebook, be unavailable in certain countries, trigger automatic copyright detection on Facebook watch pages, or monetize content. Say it again, that last one. Trigger automated copyright detection on Facebook watch pages or monetize content. Now, that automated copyright stuff, this shit is still new. They're still not catching up. It's changing every day and it's changing fast. You feel me? So they're going to be catching more stuff that's out there because a lot of people do a lot of different things to the music. You feel me? Even on promotions. But I believe that they'll let you promote and use their stuff until you become that big powerhouse and you got some money. Then they grabbing their stuff. That's just my thought. All right. But so yeah, and the same thing with YouTube. It has its own system called Content ID. Not sure if you guys have heard of that. A song may be allowed on YouTube, get claimed by the copyright owner, be monetized by the music publisher instead of you, be blocked in some countries, in rare cases lead to a strike if the owner chooses enforcement. A copyright claim is different from a copyright strike. Now, I'll go on this thing. Why you can still get flags. Something's flying in here. The music libraries are generally governed by license agreements between the platforms and the music rights holder. All right. I feel like I did a show like this before. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't a show. But so let me say that again for the people who be like, I do not own the rights to this music. I do not. You don't have to say that. They know that. Because the music libraries are the music. Let me put this down so y'all can see it. Let me put this down so y'all can see it. Because every time I see somebody say that shit, I'll be like, oh my God, why is you doing that to yourself? You do not have to say that. But I get it. We don't know. But this is what I'm telling you. The music libraries are governed. This is on YouTube. The music libraries are governed by, and most of the platforms like that. The music libraries are governed by licensing agreements between the platform and the music right holders. That's on all platforms, really. Facebook has licensing agreements. Instagram have licensing agreements. And they're all different. All right. So those agreements can expire. They can change. They can exclude commercial use. That happens in the case of people with businesses. Anything you pump with your business on there, you are really promoting. You're basically you're using a commercial and getting free damn music. Okay. And these things were easy to do back in the day. So the more and more you do stuff, I mean, it's changing like overnight, y'all. Exclude monetized channels. You won't be able to put up more monetized channels. One time I was trying to put something up forever because, damn, my lips. Because you also have some of the software that we use. Why you didn't tell me my lips was cracked and white? Is they white? That's my jam. I'll be talking. But some of the software that we use when we're editing also has a library of sound, a library of music. And you may come across, if some of you editors out there may come across, because everybody's an editor now, right? So you may come across where you put some music on there within the CapCut or whichever software you use, and then you try to upload it to YouTube and it won't take it. Like, damn. I mean, you may have mixed it so you can hear the voice and hear the music. They melt together just right. and now they ain't gonna take it. And matter of fact, they'll put it up or mute the whole damn thing. So don't have no bad music under the dialogue. All of it's gone, right? So again, they have a licensing, they have an agreement between the platform and the rights holder. And sometimes that platform, you although you mixed it into CapCut or whatever, the platform you uploading it in doesn't have that agreement. So again, it can exclude certain content catalogs. That's what I could have just said. Okay. So even though the platform offered the song, the automated copyright system may still identify the song as may identify the song and apply restrictions. Okay, I'll say it again. So even though the platform offered the song, the automated copyright system may still identify the song and apply restrictions. And that lets you know this technology is still new. They make freaking mistakes. And that's why I pump ownership. Own your stuff. You feel me? So that's pretty much what I had. But in a sense, y'all, Instagram music is generally for Instagram. Facebook music generally for Facebook. YouTube music is generally for YouTube. Okay. If you want to do some other stuff, the safest approach is to use royalty-free music. There's some out there, and they used to be free, really. I mean, the sites used to be you just download it, but now there might be a small subscription for that. But that includes commercial rights when you subscribe to certain music channels that have royalty-free music. And even then, you may have to hold on to your receipts and everything and prove that you own something. Like I said, this technology is not like you can call somebody up and say, hey, I got the rights to use this. It's very, very temperamental, if you ask me. Purchase license directly from music libraries. And even then, you have to maintain your records, all right? Use music when you have written synchronization and master use rights. All right. That's what I say. Try to own what you're using. Keep documentation in every licensing. All right. So that's all, y'all. That's pretty much what I have on that topic. I hope that could help some of y'all, because again, I was going through some things, and we're posting, and I still haven't figured it out really too much, but I learned a little bit by reading that with y'all. It's your girl Frankie Baby Fantastic. I'll be right back with y'all. Give me a second, and I'm coming right back just to say good night. What's up? What's up? Peace, peace, and love. Peace and love. I hope everybody's fantastic out there. This is Frankie Baby Fantastic from Fantastic Media Group. Now, if you have a product, business, or service, and you want to promote your business on this fantastic network, Fantastic Media Group TV streaming services. Download the app now on Amazon, Fire Stick, Roku, web app. We're all over the place. This is the People's Network, built by the people and for the people. Get your event, business, product, brand, or services and promote now on the People's Network, home to the entrepreneurs. It's your girl Frankie, baby. Fantastic.
Fantastic Media Group TV, your premier destination for independent content.
Creators, comedians, it's time to stop giving your talents away. This is Frankie Baby Fantastic from Fantastic Media Group TV. We now have a pay-per-view channel built for independent creators and comedians. Here you get paid for your talents, not months later, not after exposure. And while your show lives on the pay-per-view, you'll keep getting paid from your audience and our audience too. Stand-ups, roast battles, comedy competitions, one-night specials, original content. Bring your content to Fantastic Media Group. Let's build the event. Let's go pay-per-view and let's get you paid.
Welcome to Fantastic Media Group TV, your premier destination for independent content.
Yes. So yeah, I've been rocking for about an hour, y'all. Back when I used to do my shows, I used to show this here 3 times during my show. I'm not trying to do the same things, but I will show it. Maybe not 3 times, but this is basically, this is your levels of consciousness, guys. And the goal is to get up here to full consciousness, to reach that absolute self and get back to natural, with the source, basically source, to get back to source. But some of us are still down here in shame, you know what I mean, in grief, apathy. Look at these numbers, man. Look at where these degrees, where you are down here. You know, these are low frequency, low vibrational things down here. And let me tell you, if you think of dealing in frequency on sound, you can't even hear anything 60 below, 60 kilohertz and below. You can only feel that. So guilt and shame, that's really deep in the core. Okay. So if you look at this, I'm not sure, you know, I'm not trying to preach to no one, but find where you are. You got to be honest with yourself. It pays to always be honest with yourself, y'all. We ain't fooling nobody. So I'm just saying, check this out. And your goal is to climb up this ladder, man. Climb up this to full consciousness. We're supposed to be getting better every day. If you're down here playing victim, you're abuser, your consciousness is very, very, very low vibrational. We should be trying to get up to self-empowerment. If you're already at self-empowerment, we should be trying to get up to self-realization. You understand what I'm saying? That non-duality, that's listen, I'm gonna show this every time I get on here. But again, I'm not trying to flip the script on y'all. Our goal is to reach full consciousness. And that's important in my life, to be my best self every day, trying to be my best self. And I fall off, we fall off all the time, but that's where the non-yielding thing come in. Every day you trying to be your best self. It's like you sparring, you boxing, man. And sometimes it gets better. You get that muscle memory. And you know, because we've been taught, so we have to unlearn and relearn and teach ourselves again. All right. But I'm not gonna hold y'all. That's what I got for y'all today. I do appreciate you guys popping in on me. I want to give you an opportunity to go ahead and download the app if you have not. Well, I didn't put the app up. I should have put the app, but here, we'll start with the book. A few years ago, I did a book called, not a book, this is the documentary. I'm sorry, guys. A documentary called Jew Black 2. That is currently on Fantastic Media Group. It will be in another film. I did this a few years ago. It has took me across the country to Jersey. They put it in a film festival. It's going to be in a film festival again in Jersey. It's won quite a few awards. I think like 4 or 5 awards. Check that out. It's on Fantastic Media Group. I believe it's on Amazon as well. But Amazon, that is like $11 something. You can watch it for $4.99 here on Fantastic Media Group. Do check that out. Also have a book you can grab from Amazon. It's called Influence Me. Influence Me is just more so about conscious, not conscious, but people that we know, that we don't know really, and how I've used their lives to influence my life and to better my situation. Basically, people who view influence, who have influenced you, people who've influenced me. I'm sorry. That's what this is about. I just took the story of how they've influenced me and how I applied it to my life. All right. Do check that out. I do appreciate your love. And I also have a coloring book, Color Your Success. Now this coloring book is on Amazon as well. But you don't want nothing digital on this one. You want to actually feel and touch and color and see these positive affirmations and color your success. I believe when we see it, not I believe, I know, when you see and you're actually doing tangible, moving it, touching it, that matter, that muscle memory, and you're actually implanting this in your mind and you're reading. That's why writing has always been number one as opposed to typing. You feel me? So yes, get it for your children. All right. Start being deliberate about installing these behaviors in our youth. All right. I appreciate you guys on that tip as well. Again, you could download the app. Hit me up at Fantastic MGTV. That's where I am. Join the Fantastic Media Group think tank. because we're always working to do great, fantastic things. All right. We are all family and we are all in this together, believe it or not. You understand? It's us against the mainstream and they don't really want us in it. They throw that fishing rod, ouch, my hand. They throw that fishing rod out there and wheel stuff in. And all the while we be happy with the little pebbles and pennies that they give us. But I'm not going to keep talking to you about that because I will lean on that thing. You feel me? But anyway, that's all I have for you tonight. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you coming in. I will check back comments. I appreciate your energy. And again, you got to go hard, guys. We got to go hard. If we're going hard for someone else or watching other people's lives or working on since 9 to 5 and we don't have no time for ourselves, that's a problem. And when I say time for ourselves, I don't mean the vacation they give you. I mean to really get into yourself and find your passion. What did you do at 12? It's about monetizing your life. And I know people don't get that. Some people don't get that when I say that. But let me tell you something. I believe the American dream, I truly believe this. The American dream. Some people say white picket fence, husband, wife, and all that shit, kids. Oh my God, that is not no American dream. The American dream is to be able to contract. To be able to contract. Get your LLC. Get your business on point. Even your sole proprietor, yourself operating as a sole proprietor, doing business as. Get you an LLC, and you'll be able to contract out here, even just to negotiate your time a little better. All right. I ain't trying to preach, like I said. I'm just trying to reach, baby. I love y'all. Y'all have a fantastic day today. Well, evening. Fantastic day today. All right. Have a good evening, y'all. It's your girl, Frankie, baby. I'm out of here. If you enjoyed my first show since I don't know how long it's been, but I'm back, baby. And Fantastic Media Group is going up. Shout out to Dawn Chanel. Y'all see her on Instagram and Facebook. She be doing her thing. She's a member of the Fantastic Media Group. I should have put her video up in here, but I'm going to do another show. I'm going to come back at you. But matter of fact, check out some of her work on Fantastic Media Group right now. All right? So, and she has a channel on there. Matter of fact, let me go see if I can find a channel. Let me go see if I could find a channel. That beat so hard, y'all. Dawn Chanel, the personality. That's her name, yo. The personality. So she has a few different things on the network. Make sure y'all check her out and go to her go to her YouTube page, Dawn Chanel, the personality, and check her out. Get to know her. You're gonna see some of her stuff on Fantastic Media Group. All right, it's your girl Frankie Baby, fantastic, and I am out of here. You heard? Out of here. Out of here, out of here, out of here, you heard? Peace.
Welcome to Fantastic Media Group TV, your premier destination for independent content.